Welcome to day 4, the final day of CVCA live streams, continuing coverage of the CVCA Hockey Christmas Tournament. The preliminary rounds have been played and we're ready to crown a champion tonight. But first, in the afternoon matinee, it's the third place game. And it's a rematch of Monday night's opening round game. Twinsburg will take on CVCA. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tim Nichols and we're glad to have you with us. A reminder, please follow along with us on social media. On the social media platforms, including Facebook and Twitter, as well as Instagram, you can find us under the handle at CVCA Livestream. It's the third place game today, Twinsburg and CVCA, and certainly it's not the game the Royals wanted, but it's the game we have, and that could be the mantra for both teams in this game this afternoon. Twinsburg has struggled this week. We've chronicled how the Tigers were coming off a second-place finish in the Bay Rocket Holiday Tournament a week ago. But this week, against a step-up in competition, they've mustered just 4 goals in 3 games, while senior goaltender Mark Schroeder has been peppered non-stop. The Tigers have yielded 22 goals to CVCA, to Whitmer, and to Normandy. The Royals had sights on winning their own tournament for the first time since 2018, but after an opening night victory, CVCA suffered 2 hard-fought defeats over the last 2 nights. The Royals put in an inspiring performance against Normandy on Tuesday night. Normandy had outscored CVCA 14-0 in 2 prior meetings this season, but the Royals felt they hadn't played anything close to their best hockey in the 2 prior matchups. And they came out on fire on Tuesday night, building a 3-1 lead, but they caught that lead up in the second period and ultimately dropped a 5-3 decision that wasn't decided until an empty net goal for the Invaders in the final minute. Last night, with a chance still to earn a rematch in the championship game this evening, the Royals could not solve Whitmer goaltender Dylan Bradley for the first 30 minutes and trailed 3-0 entering the third period. Once they did get on board, it was too little, too late, as the Royals went down last night to defeat 4-2 and left the ice frustrated for the second night in a row. And that brings these 2 longtime foes back together for the second time this week and the 36th time overall between the 2 schools. The Tigers will look to get scoring today again from senior Dom Mister, wears number 21, and he leads the team with 17 goals so far this season. The next highest goal scorer for Twinsburg is senior Cody Preston. We'll see him wearing number 10 tonight. And then the Royals will have to pay attention to junior Sean Shirikoff, number 15, as well as freshman Bobby Lemieux, who should be back in action today, but had to sit out the last 2 games after receiving a game misconduct for illegal head contact in the first game of the week against CVCA's Jack Lamline on Monday night. And it goes without saying that the Tigers will need a big day once again from goaltender Mark Schroeder, who has basically stood on his head in this tournament. Despite the 22 goals the Tigers have given up, he's probably faced 5 or 6 times that many, if not more, in terms of shots on goal this week. And Schroeder, not much to show for it, but I guess the moral of the story is he will hopefully be better for it as they move back into Blue South competition once this game is completed later today. The Royals, well, they'll have to use today's game to get better and play smarter hockey. It's really that simple. CVCA has been called for 18 minor penalties in just the last 2 games, and you just can't simply hope to beat good teams or even mediocre teams when you spend that much time in the penalty box. The Royals did have some good things happen last night, getting goals from their second and third lines in the third period when sophomore David Siff scored, and then a pretty series between freshman defenseman Eli Parada and Carter Martin resulted in Martin's first career goal later on in the third period. But again, by that time, too little, too late, too many penalties, and the Royals falling last night to the Whitmer Panthers by a score of 4-2. So if the Royals are going to build on the lessons learned from the past 2 nights, they will need to play unselfish hockey today. They'll need to pass the puck and stop taking those undisciplined penalties. CVCA, 7-0 victors against Twinsburg on Monday night. Well, they should be the favorite today, but with a daunting schedule coming up they'll be best served to look at this game as an opportunity just to get better, as they've got Parma coming up on Sunday night and then a trio of games next weekend also in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue North Division against Cleveland Heights, who has already registered a win against CVCA this year. And then first looks at Canfield and Chagrin Falls, who has given Cleveland Heights its only loss, a 1-0 shutout on December 17th, just prior to the Christmas holiday. Both teams on the ice. The Royals with their full allotment of players, save Noah Chidima, who remains out with an upper body injury suffered in that earlier game against Cleveland Heights back in the first part of December. Royals hoping to get Chidima back once the calendar turns to the new year. And so we'll see when and if he's able to come back sometime, perhaps in the month of January. And as we look to our left, we do see Bobby Lemieux suited up, wearing jersey number 4 for these Twinsburg Tigers. So Lemieux has some speed and certainly is a promising young player for the Twinsburg Tigers. So after sitting out a couple of days, Lemieux will get back in action today and likely be in their starting lineup once the announcements are made in just a couple of minutes about who will and who will not be on the ice to start this game. The third place game in the CVCA Christmas Tournament, the 2021 version. Later tonight, once again, the Normandy Invaders and the Whitmer Panthers will go at it for the trophy of this tournament. The Invaders and Panthers trying to succeed. The Orange Lions, who were victorious in the CVCA tournament a year ago. 2 years ago, Kent Roosevelt took home the trophy. And 3 years ago, the last time the Royals were victorious in their own tournament, the 2018 version that was held down at the Kent State University Ice Arena. CVCA and Twinsburg coming up. Once again, we mentioned this is now the 36th meeting all-time between the two schools. The Royals have won 8 straight in the matchups between CVCA and Twinsburg. And in fact, it's even more than that. They've won 18 out of the last 20 against the Tigers, dating all the way back to 2006. Crowd filing in. A small one, as it were, given that we're still on a holiday week, but in the afternoon. And so for those of you that have tuned in, we are glad you're following along with us on the CVCA Athletic Boosters website, the YouTube site. And last night we set a record, doubling any prior viewership activity for a hockey game broadcast by CVCA Livestream. And so we want to make a big shout out to all of you that have followed along with us this week and throughout the course of the season. Of course, every CVCA home game from the Dan Kostel Rec Center will be streamed on the CVCA Athletic Boosters YouTube page here in 2021. And as we turn the calendar, our first 2022 broadcast is scheduled for Sunday afternoon, or Sunday evening as it were, against the Parma Redmen here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center. That game scheduled for 7 o'clock on Sunday night. Minute 51 left on the pregame clock as it winds down. Looking to our right, Caleb Mosher back in the goal crease for CVCA. The Royals actually get Karsten Hauk back today. Hauk, who started 3 games so far this season in his second year as a goaltender for the Royals, has been away the last 3 days of this tournament. So good to have him back. Hauk serving a quarantine, as many athletes have had to do over this winter sports season. And late last night, yours truly was watching an old live stream broadcast from one of the CVCA football games from the 2020 season with JT Nichols, the former goaltender for the Royals and a 3-sport athlete. And in that game, I said football is greater than no football. That was during the 2020 season. And we can say the same thing here. Hockey is greater than no hockey, as we've seen from the World Junior Championships up in Canada, which were just canceled due to the coronavirus pandemic. And so while we said before, this is maybe not the game the Royals wanted today. It's the game we have, and we're happy to have the game of hockey and be able to bring it to you here is another CVCA live stream broadcast. Referees have blown the whistles, less than 30 seconds on the scoreboard before we get ready to have the teams line up. Starting lineups announced and the anthem played for all in attendance here. Again, by my side today, Sean Mosher on the production and the camera. The aforementioned JT Nichols serving as the replay guru this week during the tournament, and then always by our side during football and hockey this season, Cody Anderson on the graphics. And the clock is wound down. 15 minutes is up on the board. Teams assembling on their various end lines. The Royals to our right and the Tigers to our left. As we get ready to get started, a reminder that the Twinsburg Tigers are coached by Mike Johnston. He's assisted by Rocky Bernardo and Dave Cannon. Royals head coach Doug Fairchild in year 14. Behind the bench, assisted by Rich Hurdle, Mark Brower, and Jonathan Beckett. And Mark Schroeder announced as the starting goaltender. He'll get another shot at it today against the Royals, number 19, the senior. Dom Mister starts at center. And off the 2-game suspension, Bobby Lemieux back for the Twinsburg Tigers. He'll start at right wing. Lemieux, a freshman. Sean Shirikov gets a start at right wing. Cody Preston will start, the senior, on defense, number 10. And Jackson Smith, who got a goal yesterday, will start at the other defensive slot, and the rest of the Twinsburg Tigers head out to the blue line. And now for the Royals. And it's Karsten Hauk, fresh off that quarantine, and he gets the start today for CVCA. Hauk, the junior. Caden Ballard will start for CVCA today. So the Royals changing up the starting lineup this afternoon. David Siff, the sophomore, will start for CVCA. Cord Steigmeyer will get a start for the Royals, so it looks like CVCA head coach Doug Fairchild starting the second line. Carter Martin, who put one in the back of the net for his first career goal last night, the freshman, will get the start. And also starting on defense, number 57 freshman Eli Parada. So that line performed well last night, and they're getting rewarded today with a start against the Twinsburg Tigers, and the rest of the Royals heads out to the blue line. Once again, an announcement as they've had before every game, thanking the fans for their attendance and reminding them to keep their masks on at all times. Big shout out to the folks here at the Garfield Heights Rec Center for helping us host this tournament. They've done a great job making their facility available, and certainly want to make sure everyone stays healthy. But right now, we're going to pause and honor America for the playing of our national anthem. The anthem played. The players head off to their benches for final words of wisdom. And as we mentioned and learned just there a moment ago, the Royals starting their second line today. A line that it did and has performed quite well over the course of the season. And especially last night, they came right out in the third period, started that period as well. And David Siff put one in the back of the net just 25 seconds into that third period. Carson Houck getting the start today as he's come back off of quarantine. Houck has started 3 games so far this season. Perhaps 3 of the toughest games CVCA had earlier in the season. He faced Normandy in both of those earlier losses before this tournament, 5-0 and 9-0. No shame in losing to Normandy whatsoever. The Invaders, again, in their first 7 games, outscored their opponents by a score of 51-4. And so 2 of those 7 victories against the Royals. Houck also faced the Cleveland Heights Tigers and acquitted himself quite well in that game against the very, very strong Tigers first line. The Tigers having played the last couple of seasons, or almost all their prior season in the red division. Last year had a white division schedule, dropping all the way down to the blue this year. And frankly, that's a curious development, which is probably a topic for another day, but the Heights Tigers first line, as good as any in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League. And in that game, Houck took the loss 5-2. Did get a couple of wins last year in his first year playing organized hockey, and he'll play today for CVCA. Puck is dropped down, and we're underway in the third place game of the CVCA Christmas Tournament. Cord Steigmeyer has it in the offensive zone, and he puts the first shot of the day on goal, stopped by the goaltender Schroeder for the Twinsburg Tigers. Behind the net, the teams battle, and Twinsburg comes out with it, and they punch it up ice into the neutral zone where Eli Parada has it for a moment, and with it now is Shirikoff, who's into the offensive zone. Fans on a shot, and the Royals try to sweep it to the side. Parada does, and pokes it up the ice, still battling with Shirikoff. Centering pass, and a shot is knocked down in front. Second shot is up in the air and batted to the far side, and into the corner it comes where the Royals try and sweep it up. And finally, they get control, and out with it comes Eli Parada. Check that, it's Caden Ballard who dumps it in deep, and the Royals will get a change. Back to get it is number 39, Jackson Smith. He gets it to Shirikoff. Luke Parada now on, dumps it back in deep. So the first line typically is out there for the Royals now. In the corner, Jack Lamline battles for the puck. Lamline and Smith. Parada comes to the rescue, dumps it back in deep, and Lamline's got it. Lamline centers, looking for Humphrey. He can't get a stick on it. The puck is loose, and it's dumped into the back of the net. A goal for CVCA as the Tigers could not cover or clear that puck, and the Royals are on the board. The goal scorer, senior captain Luke Parada, the time of the goal, 1 minute and 23 seconds, and CVCA takes a 1-0 lead. The assist to Jack Lamline and Nick Humphrey on that goal. The Royals up 1-0. And they control off the faceoff into the offensive zone once again. In the corner, Lamline chases after it, dumps it back to Humphrey. Humphrey skates toward the goal. Centering pass is kicked aside by Schroeder. Riley Spat dumps it down the ice, and icing is waved off. CVCA on the other direction, coming out with it once again. Humphrey pushes into the offensive zone. It's kicked up, and Dom Nixter has it. Mister met by Parada, and it's poked up to center ice. For a moment, Ariana Bernardo had it. Bernardo is dumped, and the cross ice pass comes to the neutral zone, and Mister comes together with Spat. The Royals take over the puck that was loose, and it's dumped in deep by Parada around the boards on the far side. Max Coleman tries to clear it, and he does, through the neutral ice. And Mark Mosher gets his first shift of the day, and he pushes it up forward. Turned over, and a shot goes wide of the goal by Outward. Jacob Schwartzbeck gets hit behind the net and dumped, but gets back up. That one deflects and is centered. Schwartzbeck fires, and he scores. Second goal of the day for the Royals, Jacob Schwartzbeck, the assist, a nice pass from Morgan Joy, who was behind the net, getting her first shift of the day, and the Royals go up 2-0 early on in the contest. Time of that goal, 2 minutes and 45 seconds for CVCA, Royals 2, and the Tigers nothing. For Schwartzbeck, that's his 5th goal of the season for the youngster. Royals control once again in the offensive zone, fired by Parada, knocked down. The rebound is pushed behind the net. Centering pass comes up and is kicked out of the zone, where Eli Parada will be on it for CVCA. Parada circles back, retreats, gets some pressure, cross-ice pass, and does find a teammate who pushes it forward. Joy dumps it back, and the Royals reset. Josh Petchke puts it on goal and kicked aside into the corner by Schroeder. In the corner, Cody Preston pressured and dumps it high into the rafters for a stoppage. A face-off will occur in the offensive zone for CVCA after a shift change for both teams. The stoppage occurs at 11 minutes and 34 seconds to go here in the first period. Royals control the face-off. Shot is knocked down in front into the corner. Lamline picks it up for CVCA. Pokes it to himself and skates behind the goal. Centering pass. No one there to pick it up for the Royals. And Lamline dispossesses Max Coleman. Coleman gets it back, though, pushes it up, and it's kept in by Carter Martin. Martin gets it on goal, and it's covered by Schroeder before anyone else could get to it. And that anyone else was David Krieger. Krieger, the junior, getting some ice time this afternoon, and he was ready to jump on that loose puck. They drop the face-off down. Krieger pokes it toward the slot area, but it's intercepted by Sean Shirikoff, who speeds up into the offensive zone, and the Royals are going to take another penalty. So we said they could not do, and they take the first penalty of the game. It's going to be a hook. The Twinsburg Tigers will go on the power play, and this one is going to be administered to Matthew Porter. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 3 minutes and 59 seconds. Power play opportunity for the Tigers, and Dom Mister will take it for the Tigers. They drop the puck down, and Mister cannot control. It's pushed around the boards by Carter Martin. Takes the bounce. David Siff pushes it up, but it's kicked in and kept in for a moment, but right to Caden Ballard, who clears it all the way down the ice. And then he gives chase to number 10, Preston. Preston does come out with it, though. Cross-ice pass looking for Shirikoff. It deflects past him, and the Royals, Zach Nichols has it. Nichols off the boards, and it kicks to another CVCA teammate. That's Siff, who pushes it down the ice for a clearance. Minute 28 to go on the Matthew Porter penalty. Twinsburg sends it up ice. Nichols meets Preston. Preston loses the puck, and it's cleared once again by CVCA. Pushed forward by Schroeder to a teammate. That teammate is Cody Preston. Cross-ice pass from Preston. Gets it to Coleman. Coleman pushes it up, and now is it a battle on the far side boards. It's intercepted by the Royals. And a short-handed opportunity is saved by Schroeder with 57 seconds to go on the penalty time. CVCA's Nick Humphrey doing the dirty work, getting that possession of the puck and putting the shot on goal. So a defensive zone face-off on the power play, this time to the left of Schroeder for the Twinsburg Tigers. Royals leading 2-0. Tigers win the face-off, but a funny bounce comes right out in front. No Royals there to get it, though. At center ice, Luke Parada intercepts, and the Royals clear it once again down to the blue line of the Tigers. Cody Preston sends it up. Riley Spat puts it on goal. It's swept away by goaltender Karsten Houck, and the Royals clear it down the ice once again. 30 seconds left. Coleman has it. Coleman pressured by Humphrey. Humphrey pokes it away in the corner. Humphrey has it. Circles back. Falls down, and it's pushed forward. To the near side boards it goes. Tigers struggling to clear the puck. Now Parada. Luke Parada has it. He fires. Wide it goes. Chipped aside by Schroeder. Probably not on goal. Nick Humphrey chases Preston. And Preston clears it out. Poked aside, and the penalty time is up. Returning to the ice is Matthew Porter. He heads to the bench, and Jack Lamline comes out. 5-on-5, both sides. Lemieux into the corner, battles with Mosher. It goes behind the net. Jackson held, pushes it back to the other way. It's intercepted by CVCA, and they try and clear out with it. Outlet pass to Humphrey, 1-on-2. Humphrey's pushed off the puck, and it's pushed back to Cord Steigmeyer, who will retreat and start up again for CVCA as he heads across the red line into the offensive zone. To his left, Steigmeyer still with it, is hauled down, and a penalty will go against the Tigers this time. Cord Steigmeyer's speediness draws a penalty against Twinsburg, and CVCA will go up a man. Time of this penalty, 6 minutes and 38 seconds. A trip is the official call. And into the box goes number 39, the guilty party, Jackson Smith. Shot off the faceoff by Steigmeyer is covered by Schroeder. So a quick opportunity, 2 seconds into the power play for CVCA, and they'll do it again to the right of the senior goaltender. Caden Bauer takes the faceoff, pushes it deep. It's knocked up and kept in at the point by Carter Martin. Martin dumps it in deep once again. Chasing after it is Sif. Sif, the new player for CVCA that came from the Virginia area, a sophomore, enrolled in CVCA this year, and his family moved back to Northeast Ohio. And a shot and goal. That shot was misplayed by Schroeder, and in there for the goal for the Royals was Cord Steigmeyer to punch it in. The Royals with a power play goal at 7 minutes and 1 second of the first period. The third goal of the first stanza for the Royals. Royals take the lead 3-0. So we restart with the Royals with a 3-goal lead, a 3-goal burst here in the first period. And a shot saved by Hauk off of Mister. Cross ice pass as the Royals build out with it. Outward for CVCA. Cross ice finds the Royals teammate. That's Schwartzbeck. Puts it on goal. Now Morgan Joy will battle behind the net. She tries to center. It's controlled by Don Mister, and Mister will try and set out with it for the Twinsburg Tigers. Fancy stick handling, gets up ice across the red line, and it's poke checked away by Morgan Joy. Joy has it fall back to Schwartzbeck, and he dumps it in deep where the Royals will chase after it, and getting there first is Jared Outward. Outward works for the puck, tries to center. The puck is clear, and it's poked away. Another goal-saving opportunity right there by Dom Mister. Nice play on defense by him for the Tigers. CVCA back into the offensive zone, but cannot control. It's pushed up by Coleman. And now they get it out to Mister, who can't control, and Schwartzbeck is on it. Schwartzbeck is taken down, no call, and the Tigers will pick up the loose puck. That's Aiden Johnston, who sends it around the boards, far side, where Jack Lamline picks it up for CVCA. Lamline tries to stick handle to the center, and it's poked away from him to center ice, where Mark Mosher has it. Mosher dumps it in deep. Preston, check that. Johnston has it, loses it to Lamline. Lamline, oh, it's right there on the goal. A funny bounce, found the puck right in front of Schroeder, and he stops it right before it can cross the red line, which would have resulted in another odd CVCA goal. But there are no bad goals, unless you're a goalie. And in this case, Mark Schroeder reacted and stopped that puck. So the faceoff will be to his right with 6:29 to go here in the first period. Lamline wins the faceoff, shoots, it's knocked away, and it hit Matthew Porter before it even got to the goal. Behind the net, Cody Preston has it with some space, pushes it all the way up, and it's tipped, or so says the referee, and therefore Mark Mosher will have to retreat and gather the puck up for the Royals. Mosher skates right in front of his goalie, Hauk, almost lost it, avoids danger, and the Royals clear the zone. Krieger pushes it up, and Zach Nichols dumps it in before it's sent back out where Lamline is on it for CVCA. Lamline to Mosher. Cross ice to Lamline once again. Lamline through the neutral zone with some speed. Heading to his left into the corner. Lamline. Krieger joins the fray. A pair of Tigers all battling for the puck. In front of the net, Porter. Lamline comes out with it. Shoots it. It goes high and over the net. Porter retrieves it, pushes it back up to the point. Mosher is there. He keeps it in, sends it down low. It ricochets off of Lamline's stick, and Krieger retrieves it behind the net into the far corner. David Krieger has it, pushes it toward the center of the slot. It dumped back behind the goal and sent around the boards and up and cleared out by Ariana Bernardo. Zach Nichols rushes back, dumps it far side to no one in particular. Bernardo is on it for the Tigers. She sends it around the boards to the far side corner. Caden Ballard with a body on Jackson Held, and the Royals are out with it. With some speed is Ballard. Ballard fires, and a glove save by Schroeder. Stoppage at 4:45 to go here in the first period. Royals 3, Tigers nothing. This is the third place game of the CVCA Christmas Tournament. Championship game tonight at 7 o'clock. Make sure you tune in. The final stream available on CVCA Athletic Boosters YouTube page. It's Normandy and Whitmer, and they'll play for the trophy tonight. Dom Mister is out for it. Mister heads to his right, cut off by the Royals, and a nice play by Josh Petchke to dump it out. As Mister, who has 17 goals to his credit, was coming forward. Here's Steigmeyer. He tries and shoots and succeeds with another goal. Cord Steigmeyer, his second of the day for CVCA. 10 minutes and 34 seconds into the first period. The Royals 4 and the Tigers nothing. The second and third goals of the season for Cord Steigmeyer. He did have a hat trick in his first ever CVCA game, a preseason game, and he's one away from that today here against the Tigers. As we get back underway, the faceoff is won back by CVCA. Mister giving chase and gets to it first. Behind the goal, he's met by Petchke into the near side corner. The teams and players battle for it. It's won by the Tigers. Centering pass is cut off by the Royals, and they'll run out with it. Luke Parada with a long shot from the red line is gloved down by Schroeder. He saw Jack Lamline coming his direction, and the whistle forces a stoppage with 4 minutes even to go in first period action. Face off to the left of Schroeder. Bobby Lemieux steps in. Jack Lamline already there. And the referee blows the whistle and says, come on, let's go. Zach Hoffman, let's get in your spot. Hoffman does for the Tigers. It's won back but not held in by Eli Parada, who sends it across ice to Petchke. Petchke fires it on goal. It's saved by Schroeder, and he misplays it once again, and Lamline knows what to do with it, and he puts it right behind the goaltender. Schroeder stopped it with a stick, thought about covering it, then tried to sweep it away, missed it, and Lamline just punched it in. So another goal for the Royals, this one for Jack Lamline. 2 goals just 14 seconds apart for CVCA, and with 3 minutes and 46 seconds to go here in the first period, the Royals are on top of this one, 5-0. Royals win another face-off. Into the offensive zone they come. This is Jacob Schwartzbeck. Centering pass is knocked down by Lemieux. Lemieux pushes it up to a teammate, but it's cut off by Zach Nichols, and it trickles back into the Royals' defensive zone. And with some time, looks like Carter Martin sends it up to Morgan Joy, and that's tipped in to the Royals' offensive zone. Back to get it first is number 10, Preston. Preston with pressure from Jacob outward, and Joy circles back the other direction. And he lost it to the other end where the Royals will collect the puck. They push it up. It's tipped ahead to Morgan Joy. Joy into the offensive zone. Schwartzbeck left for him. He fires a shot that goes high and wide. Check that was outward. Schwartzbeck retrieves it on the near side. He pushes it up to Nichols, who fires on goal, and this one is saved by the blocker of Mark Schroeder. Zach Nichols, a goal a year ago in a game against Lakewood, his first career goal. has started the last 2 years. Plays some solid defense, looking for his first goal of the 2021-22 season. Morgan Joy will take the face-off for CVCA. This one's won back to Twinsburg. They send it around the boards. Riley Spat has it on her stick, falls down, but gets it out. Cross-ice pass looking for what appears to be Bernardo. And it's behind the net, collected by Carter Martin. Kept in, though, and a shot is knocked down off the stick of Max Coleman, and the Royals knock it out, and Coleman will chase. He's being pressured by Matthew Porter. Porter slaps at the stick of Coleman. Coleman delivers the puck to center ice, where it's pushed in further. And behind the net, the Royals try and retrieve. Out with it they come with speed through the neutral zone. This is Martin. Martin into the corner, evades a big hit by Mister. He saw him coming and got out of the way, and Mister then is summarily dumped by Luke Parada. Check that out, it's Matthew Porter. Another shot on goal. This one from Nichols is sticked aside by the goaltender Schroeder. Royals again controlling, up to Martin. Martin winds up and fires, and that one's high over the net. Far side, Caden Ballard is in. Ballard sends it around the boards. Martin is going to be there to get it for CVCA. Martin chips it ahead. This one's back to Nichols in the slot. Nichols' shot is deflected into the far corner. Collecting it and around the boards, Aiden Johnston sends it, and Carter Martin is there once again for CVCA. Pushes it ahead. Porter, centering pass, finds Nichols. Nichols on the far side. He'll battle Spat, and he'll dump it in deep. And the Royals will see David Krieger send it around to the near side boards. Martin is there. And Twinsburg sends it up. It's kept in, only for a moment, and Mister now with a breakaway chance. Here comes Mister. Houck's ready. He shoots, and it's wide of the goal. Dominic Mister with a chance to get the Tigers on the board, but couldn't get it on net. And so here come the Royals the other direction. They're onside. Steigmeyer, looking for the hat trick, has it tipped up and into the rafters off the stick of Cody Preston. The clock stops with 47 seconds to go here in period number 1. Royals 5 and Tigers nothing. Face-off will be to the left of Schroeder. From the far side boards, a shot from Caden Ballard is knocked down with a blocker. And the Tigers clear and get an offensive opportunity. Shirikoff has it. Shirikoff tries to send it to Lemieux. It's knocked aside, and here comes Steigmeyer. Steigmeyer, 1-on-2, trying to stick handle, gets it forward, has a chance, shoots, and it's knocked away by Schroeder. Second shot is wide. Third shot is kicked aside and actually slapped aside by Cody Preston as it sat there in the crease. So the Tigers avoiding further harm there as a dangerous situation presented itself. 6 seconds left. Royals have it, try to move it to the neutral zone. And a couple of players go down. And a whistle sounds. I think that whistle and horn simultaneously are going to signal the end of the first period. A first period totally dominated by CVCA. Royals with a 5-0 lead as the teams head to the locker room. So the public address announcer has just announced the shots on goal for both teams, and they do depict the dominance of the Royals in that first period. Royals 23 shots on goal, and the Tigers just 4 on Karsten Houck. Karsten Houck, that is. All right, so here we are. First period complete, first intermission underway, and we're going to pause for a message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy.
What is excellence? Excellence is a battle cry that you were made for more than this, in a world that is so satisfied with just okay. It's striving for greatness not only when there is a prize or recognition to be won, but in the still and quiet with only an audience of one. It's going above and beyond for others in service because our God has gone above and beyond all that we could have asked or imagined in His pursuit of us. It's diving into studies and academic pursuits, believing that the Lord has fashioned our minds out of the dust of the earth to understand and master complex concepts and the deep mysteries of the universe. It's preparation, not only for college or a career, but a life recklessly abandoning the ordinary and believing that the God who moves mountains lives inside you and will use you to turn the world upside down for His glory. A school defined by excellence is so much more than a building and classrooms. It is a defining culture, a strong imprint on a student's life in the way they will learn and grow. It is a life-altering encounter that surrounds them with people and experiences that shape who they will become. It is the foundation that they will take with them wherever they go. It is what they will see in their rearview mirrors as guideposts, showing them the way forward and propelling them to excel still more. In our lives, in our homes, in our families, in our communities, to go out and impact the world that God so loved. To shine a light on the darkest and most broken places. To be the salt to those who have lost their flavor. To bring love and healing as the hands and feet that we are called to be. We are CVCA, and we are called to excel still more.
An inspiring message from CVCA, and if you are interested in your son, your daughter, your grandson, your granddaughter, a friend in attending CVCA, there will be an open house where you can learn more about the CVCA experience. That open house will take place on January the 28th, and you can visit the CVCA website at cvcaroyals.org. Check out the admissions tab, and you do have to sign up for that open house, but feel free to sign up and indicate your interest in CVCA, and you can come on out and learn more about Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. Entrance exams are required in order to be admitted to CVCA, and certainly they're not too difficult, but their school does require them. And the next opportunity for an entrance exam is on February the 5th, and there'll be a second opportunity for the third and fourth opportunities this calendar year, or this school year. The second, or the final opportunity will be on March the 5th. So again, February 5th and March the 5th, the next two final opportunities, at least on the schedule at the moment, for entrance exams for CVCA. In that first period, and we are at the first intermission, the Royals completely dominating with 5 first period goals. Luke Parada got the Royals on the board to start with. First goal of the game at 1 minute and 23 seconds. Parada assisted by Jack Lamline. Moments later, about a minute and 20 seconds later, CVCA's second goal of the game, scored by Jacob Schwartzbeck. Morgan Joy got the assist on that one. A nice play by her behind the goal mouth on the goal, centering to Schwartzbeck, who dumped it right behind Schroeder. The Royals were up 2-0 just 2 minutes and 45 seconds into the contest. Cord Steigmeyer made it 3-0 with a goal assisted by Caden Ballard. That goal at 7 minutes and 1 second of the first period, and then the same two players connected again on the fourth goal. Once again, Steigmeyer from Ballard. 4-0 CVCA, 10 minutes and 34 seconds into the contest. And then the final goal of the first period was scored by the Royals, Jack Lamline, after Mark Schroeder misplayed the puck. Stopped a shot by one of the CVCA players. Thought about covering it up, then tried to sweep it away and did neither, and Lamline just poked it right through and found the back of the net. That goal scored at 11 minutes and 14 seconds, and that's where we stand at the end of the first period. CVCA 5, Twinsburg nothing. Again, shots on goal in period number 1, 23 shots for CVCA, 4 for the Twinsburg Tigers. Recapping the tournament so far, once again, we're on day 4, the final day. The early preliminary rounds were played Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Normandy, a winner over Whitmer, and that's the championship game rematch tonight. The first game was 8-5. Then CVCA defeated Twinsburg on Monday night 7-0. Whitmer defeated these Tigers 6-2 on Tuesday, while Normandy outlasted CVCA on a great game, or in a great game, on Tuesday night 5-3. Yesterday, the Invaders defeated these Tigers 9-2, and then in a game last night, Whitmer built a 3-0 lead and held on for a 4-2 victory against CVCA to put the Tigers, the Panthers, in the final tonight against the Normandy Invaders, a game that will take place tonight at 7 o'clock. Royals hockey continues in the next couple of weeks, so once the tournament is completed, on Sunday night the Royals have a home contest in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue Division, and they'll stay in the Blue Division for the next 4 games, the Blue North that is, with key divisional matchups against teams that are in front of them, but which the Royals should be competitive in each game. However, Sunday night, 7 o'clock here at the Kostel Rec Center, the Royals host the Parma Redmen. Next Friday, the Royals go on the road for a rematch with Cleveland Heights, 7:30 on Friday, January 7th, at the Cleveland Heights Rec Center. Then they've got a home match against Canfield, the first chance to see the Canfield Cardinals, if I remember correctly. That game is next Saturday night here early evening at 5 o'clock at the Kostel Rec Center, so tickets available online as always. Love to have you come out and see the Royals next Saturday night on January 8th here at home against Canfield. We'll stream that one for you as well. And then the very next day, so 3 games in 3 days, on Sunday the 9th, the Royals will make the short trip to the Pond, and they'll take on Chagrin Falls, a road game for CVCA at 5:20 p.m. on the 9th of January. 4 games that will go a long way to determining where the Royals will fall in the standings. The top 6 teams should make it to the Barron Cup in February. The Royals already going down to defeat twice to Normandy in the division, once to Cleveland Heights and once to Parma. They do have 2 victories, but don't play some of the softer teams in the division again until the final 2 regular season games of the season in NDCL and Mayfield. Elsewhere on the CVCA sports calendar, on Tuesday of this week, the Royals boys basketball team defeated Manchester by a score of 74-47 in a home game at Tim Byerly Gymnasium. The wrestling team continues action this week, in the holiday week, today at the Ashland Invitational. Girls basketball absolutely smothered Orville last night in a game at home. Final score, the Lady Royals 49 and Orville 12. Swimming was in action again today at the Stampede Invitational down the I-71 highway in Worcester, Ohio. And at 6 o'clock tonight, change from earlier schedules, 6 o'clock instead of 7, the boys basketball team will play on the road at Shaw. And Shaw, based up in East Cleveland, the administration there has decided to go with a very, very conservative approach, not allowing any spectators. So they've gone back a year to the 2020 rules, so no spectators allowed tonight for the boys basketball game, not even parents. They'll play that game at Shaw at 6 o'clock, but if all goes well, you should be able to tune into that game in between the conclusion of this game and the start of the championship game tonight. My partner in crime on the football side, Chad Darr, and friends will try and throw together a stream that it should be available on the NFHS network. So you should be able to watch the boys basketball varsity game starting tonight at 6 p.m. on the NFHS network. All CVCA home games in Tim Byerly Gymnasium for all sports. That's volleyball in the fall and basketball in the winter, as well as games at Royal Stadium. So football, soccer, lacrosse are available on the NFHS network. That is a subscription service, but for information on that, you can check out nfhsnetwork.com or cvcathletics.com. Here we're ready to go with second period action. They drop the puck and we're back underway. Royals leading 5-0. CVCA quickly into the offensive zone. Ballard with a shot on goal, and the first stoppage just 9 seconds in as Mark Schroeder stops shot number 24 of the day for CVCA. Royals will skate left to right this second period. Twinsburg going the opposite direction, right to left. It's the long change period. Siff jumps in on that faceoff. It's poked up and then dumped back in. Parada to Carter Martin into the corner, and the Tigers try to build out with it. Into the neutral zone. Unable to play it is number 15, Sean Shirikoff. The Royals bat it back out. Siff has it. Cross-ice pass, and it'll be brought into the zone by Steigmeyer. He has it poke-checked away back to the neutral zone as center ice where Carter Martin is on it. Long shot from the red line is on goal and pushed aside into the far side corner, rather the near side corner, by Schroeder. That's where David Siff battles for it. Siff gets it down low to a teammate. Centering pass. Ballard shoots, and it's knocked away. Looking for a second shot. It goes behind the net. Ballard sends it through the crease into the near side boards. It's sent up but not out by Bobby Lemieux. Eli Parada tries to get it back down low. It's tipped, and the Tigers come out with it. But only for a moment as Jackson Smith has it taken away by Ballard. Up ice it comes, and the Royals are onside and into the corner. Jack Lamline is on it. Lamline has the puck. Sends it back to the near side boards, and around they go. Twinsburg sends it up and out as Eli Parada could not get the stick down. They wave off icing, and the Royals will retrieve the puck and try and build out with it once again. Up ice it comes, and this one avoids everyone, but it's tipped, says the referee, and so chasing after it, no icing, is Jackson Smith. Smith loses the puck. Royals get it up to Parada. Eli sends it on goal, and it goes off the post, it looked like. They get it back, and Parada has it again. This time he thinks about it and sends it down low. Finds Lamline. Parada has it again. Back down low. Lamline centers, and the Royals try and capitalize on it. David Krieger was there. Couldn't get a stick on it to deflect it into the goal, and the Tigers build out on it for a moment. Lemieux. Spat sends it in, but Lemieux is way off sides. Finally here's the call, and he'll come back and retreat, and the Royals will have a little bit of time to build out with it. Lamline misplays it, and Mister comes up with it. Mister had it taken away. To the neutral zone it came and dumped right back in by Twinsburg, where Eli Parada will circle back and get it for CVCA. Parada, pressured by Riley, Spat, wins control of the puck once again, skates and sends it up ice, finds Lamline. He gets a stick on it, but it's pushed to the near side by a Twinsburg Tiger. Parada, Eli sends it in. David Krieger giving some pressure. It's poked up but not yet out. And finally Twinsburg skates out with it. Mister takes a chance. Shot from inside the red line is knocked down by Karsten Hauk. He covers. It's been a lonely existence for Karsten Hauk so far in the first 19 minutes of this contest. The 5th shot on goal that he's seen today. And so far he stopped them all. Face off to his left. Up to the slot. Set on goal. Deflected. Goes wide. Off the stick of Max Coleman. Sent up. Coleman keeps it in for the Tigers. And sent back in deep by Riley Spat. Off the boards, and Mark Mosher speeds to it. Mosher looks up, finds a teammate, and the Royals build out with it. That teammate is Schwartzbeck. He evades number 10, Preston, and continues on and fires. It goes wide. Ricochets to the point where Mosher tries to keep it in but cannot. And so chasing after is Mosher and Josh Petchke. Petchke stops, evades Spat, goes up, gets it to outward. Now Petchke once again. Through the neutral zone. Petchke fires, and it's knocked down with a stick of Schroeder. Second shot, though, backhanded, goes wide. It pops up, and Mosher sends it toward the goal, where Morgan Joy and Schwartzbeck convene on each other, but Dominic Mister, with speed, heads for the goal and scores. Dom Mister with goal number 18, I believe it is, on the season. It is the 18th goal of the season for the Twinsburg Tigers senior. He beats Karsten Hauk glove side high, it looks like, and the Tigers get on the board today with their first of the afternoon. Time of Mister's 18th goal of the season, 4 minutes and 7 seconds. Unassisted. Royals offside off the faceoff, and so the Tigers have a chance once again. Luke Parada in the corner. Gets it up to Lamline. Lamline skates, leaves it for Zach Nichols. He takes a step and fires and hits the post. It hit two posts, actually. Hit the left post and it ricocheted off the right post. So Nichols getting closer, but no goal there. Royals keep it in. Nick Humphrey chases after it. Humphrey behind the net. Humphrey looks. Sends it to the slot. No one there. And Twinsburg clears it down the ice for an icing. Great chance right there for Zach Nichols from CVCA. Try and get his first of the year. Here it was. He took a step in, fired, beat the goaltender, and post to post it went. And then right back out. So, stoppage at 10 minutes and 6 seconds to go here in the second period. Face-off will be to the right of Schroeder. Ballard, Steigmeyer to his right. Petchke, and I think that's Carter Martin still out there. We're out there once again for CVCA on defense. Cross-ice pass. Finds no one but Martin, who's there for CVCA. Sends it across to Steigmeyer. Steigmeyer with a pair of goals today already. Petchke now skates across the red line. Steigmeyer picks up a loose puck. Retreats. And will reset for CVCA with pressure from Shirikoff. Royals can't clear the zone. Sif to Ballard. Ballard into the offensive zone. Fires wide. It ricochets to the far side boards. Dumped in deeper by Sif. Ballard chases. Pressured by Johnston. Royals win the puck, but falling down is Sif. Sif with a nice pass from his feet and his belly. It's loose. Saved by Schroeder and knocked up out of harm's way by Twinsburg as the Royals trying to get goal number 6. Martin will circle back behind his net. Looks up. Gets it to Petchke, I believe. Or is that Lamline? Steigmeyer with a long pass. In the offensive zone. Fire, stick save to the far side corner. Ballard tries to center, and Steigmeyer just missed the hat trick right there. Ballard into the corner is knocked down, and it goes to Shirikoff, who'll skate out with it. 8:40 to go, second period. 5-1 CVCA. Shirikoff sends it in the corner and around the boards. Held. Pushes it behind and further deep, but it's intercepted by CVCA. And up ice they come. Too far for Krieger. Krieger gets knocked down by Porter. Friendly fire right there. Krieger keeps it in and gets it down low where Lamline is there in the corner. Lamline wins it. Up to Petchke. Petchke rides the blue line, sends it in. It's knocked down by Lemieux. Porter, stick handles, tries to center. The Royals are on it. Shot sent toward the goal wide from Martin. Behind the net, CVCA controls. They come out front. Shot goes through the crease wide. In the corner, Twinsburg controls. They get it up to Shirikoff. Shirikoff, long outlet pass. Unable to control it is held. He can't hold on to it. So the Royals back into the offensive zone. A shot from Matthew Porter ricochets out and into the neutral zone where Petchke gives way to Lamline. 7.5 to go. Halfway through period number 2. Royals 5, Tigers 1. Up ice, the Royals move. But unable to control it is Morgan Joy, and the Tigers poke the puck back out where Lamline collects it. Lamline cross ice to Petchke. Petchke intercepted by Mister, but he didn't realize he had it. And so quickly Lamline goes the other direction into the offensive zone. He's got help. Puts a backhanded shot on Schroeder. He hangs on with Schwartzbeck in his face. And he skates away and will await the face-off with 7:03 to go here in period number 2. Royals 5 first period goals. The only goal of the second period, a breakaway for Dominic Mister from Twinsburg. It's 5-1. Twinsburg controls the face-off, and they send it around the boards into the corner. Royals dig it out. It trickles to Parada. Eli sends it in. Outward. Wins the puck in the corner for a moment. I think that's Riley Spat who sends it up to Parada. He intercepts it and sends it right back down low. Morgan Droy will try to get it from Cody Preston. It trickles to Preston once again, and he sends it down the ice for an icing with 6:34 to go here in period number 2. Third place game of the CVCA Christmas tournament, the Royals and Tigers matching up for the 36th time in the team's collective histories. Back underway, the Royals with a backhanded shot, saved by Schroeder. Shots on goal, 34 now for CVCA to just 6 for Twinsburg. Schroeder standing on his head once again with 29 saves and still 21 minutes to go in the contest. This one is intercepted, another chance for the Tigers if they can go quickly. Centering pass, controlled by Twinsburg, with it, and falling down is Mister. He gets back up, but is poked up and out and deflected, and so back on it is Smith. He'll collect it. Jackson Smith heads around the net, being chased and shadowed by Schwartzbeck. Sends it down where Mosher puts it wide of the goal, and an icing off the stick of Mark Mosher, who tried to challenge Schroeder on that long shot. So they'll head back down into the offensive zone of the Tigers, left of Karsten Hauk. Hauk is in line for his first win of the season after the 3 tough contests, 2 against Normandy and 1 against Cleveland Heights. Should the score hold. Tigers win the faceoff up to the right point. They dump it in deep. It goes around the boards. Nick Humphrey, haven't seen him in some time, sends it around the other side, up and out of the zone to Lemieux, who controls it for the Tigers and sends it back in deep. Chasing it is Zach Nichols. He'll get pressure from Shirikoff. Nichols chips it up to Humphrey. Humphrey retreats once again. Cross ice, finds Parada, Luke Parada. Parada has it deflected by Max Coleman into the corner. He'll chase after it. Parada angles it up the boards. It's taken by Humphrey. He circles it in, skates toward the net, tries to center for David Krieger. He couldn't get it. Martin sends it back in that direction once again. Krieger didn't realize he had it, and he gets knocked down. Up it comes, and they'll wave off the icing, and so Nichols will have to retrieve for CVCA with 4:54 to go. Nichols angles it up to Humphrey. He can't get to it. Lemieux had it. It's poke checked away from Lemieux. Back behind the net it goes once again, and Zach Nichols has it. He sends it up. Outlets it to Parada. Luke has it into the offensive zone. Parada, and icing is called. Not icing, sorry. Offsides is called. I beg your pardon. Stoppage at 4:35 to go here in period number 2. Royals 5. Tigers 1. CVCA wins the faceoff and offsides once again. They call a delayed offsides that allow the Royals to retreat. The Tigers try to break out with it. They angle it up to center ice, and it's tipped. And Mister has got to stick on it once again. Backhanded shot saved by Hauk. The Royals dig it out, and they try to break out with it, but turn it over. Riley Spat can't control to the far side corner. Josh Petchke will get there. Spat with pressure, but Petchke wins the puck. Tries to send it up ice, but it's tipped away by Mister. This time he gets it again and sends a second puck up the ice, and it clears the zone. Towards Steigmeyer, chases Smith. Smith has it, heads behind his net. Steigmeyer bodies him off the puck and wins it for David Siff. Siff has it. He waits, surveys, tries to center for Steigmeyer. He gets it back. Siff has it, centers once again. And this time Twinsburg comes out with it, and with some speed, Preston fires wide of the goal. Spat can't get to it, so she has to wait. Sends it across ice to Jackson Held. Held dumps it in deep. Eli Parada's there for it. He's going to have pressure. Dumps it away. Spat gets it. Spat dumps it in deep further. Takes a funny bounce. Mister has it. He's going to get a shot. And a save by Hauk. Lamline comes to the rescue in the corner off the rebound. Sends it up. It's kept in, though, by Smith. Smith with a backhand. Finds a teammate. Gets it back, but can't control. And the Royals have it, and they chip it up and out. It gets past Smith. They wave off icing. David Siff chasing. Behind the net it goes. Pressure from Matthew Porter. Comes to the high slot. Krieger's got a stick on it, but it goes the other direction now. Shot and a glove save. Ricochets back. Hauk can't control, but Jack Lamline sweeps in and has control behind the net. Evades a couple of Tigers, and Lamline out with it. Outlet pass looking for Porter. He can't control, and it's tipped forward by Krieger. Twinsburgs angles it off the boards. Eli Parada has it. Shot is deflected wide of the net by Cody Preston into the corner. Matthew Porter gives chase. It's chipped up further where Lemieux has it for just a moment. It's poked away from Lamline. And Lamline will collect it with tons of pressure from Dominic Mister. Mister gives a body to Lamline. A shot pushed aside by Hauk. The Royals angle it up but not out. Kept in. Preston has it. Fires wide of the goal. Far side collected. And a whistle blows. They're saying it was played with a high stick, and so therefore a stoppage and a defensive zone faceoff. Coming up for CVCA. A minute 47 to go here in the second period. Shots on goal, 34 for the Royals, now 10 for the Twinsburg Tigers. Face off to the right of Hauk. Backhanded shot toward the goal is swept aside and out of harm's way. And chasing after it is Max Coleman, also for CVCA, outward. Morgan Joy sticks a stick in there as well. Gets it back to Outward, who fires, and a glove save by Schroeder. Nice hustle by Jared Outward for CVCA. Earned himself a shot. Turned away by Schroeder, however. Face-off is won back by the Tigers and pushed around the boards. Schwartzbeck, though, speeds in and for a moment wins the puck. It's ricochets into the slot. Outward, trying to get it toward the goal. Joy shoots and gloved down by Schroeder. So good hustle again by this line for CVCA. Nice shift for Outward. Schwartzbeck, Joy. Also out there for CVCA is Carter Martin and Mark Mosher. Twinsburg wins the faceoff back to the near corner. Cody Preston and a host of others join him. Preston digs it out. Cross ice pass, no one in particular, and Mosher is on it for CVCA. Mosher up ice, looking for Schwartzbeck. It's intercepted by Lemieux. He puts a shot on goal and stopped by Hauk. Joy, look out. She evades a Twinsburg Tiger but loses the puck. It comes back to Martin. 43 seconds to go, period number 2. Martin up to Joy. She looks, long shot, goes wide of the net. And there's the man who's had a good shift and a good second period. Outward, but he can't control. Into the offensive zone, tipped in by Sean Shirikoff. Shirikoff with a massive hit on Mark Mosher. Mosher loses a stick, and it reminds us all that we're playing contact hockey. And Shirikoff takes another run at Outward, and Sean Shirikoff, something got into his Cheerios right there. Chance for CVCA, shot on goal is saved, and a ricochet rebound opportunity is pushed aside. 7 seconds left, coming the other direction with some speed as Twinsburg. Clock winding down, centering pass, shot wide by Lemieux. So, we've gone to the end of the second period. The Royals scoreless in that second period. Twinsburg gets one on a breakaway goal by Dominic Mister. And Sean Shirikoff wakes us all up there right in the last minute. The teams will head to the locker room. In the third place game, the Royals still leading this one by a score of 5-1. As we've reached the end of period number 2, now a special message from CVCA President Jason Spotnick.
What is?
Thank you for being a part of CVCA community. I love the chance to come to you with exciting news, and I've got some really exciting news. 3 words. The first word We are growing. The Lord has blessed in bringing people like you here to this school because we believe in the mission of educating and cultivating servants for Christ. But when we grow, we run into some problems because we need more space. Whether it's in the middle school or in the high school, we are growing, and we thank the Lord and you for that. The second word, finishing. A few years ago, we started a campaign called Excel Still More, and now it is time to finish Excel Still More. So when you look at the link below and some of the detailed information, you will find some exciting expansion in the area where I am now, in the area just outside of these doors. But even more exciting to me personally is the third word, celebrating and honoring. While we have these expansion and growth opportunities here, we have the opportunity to be able to celebrate a champion of CVCA. John Rasnick was a friend to thousands in the CVCA community. Me personally, but decades of people have been impacted by John Rasnick and his love for the Lord and His Word. This gives us the opportunity to tell his story to generations of what God can do if you humbly serve and say yes when He calls you. So take a look at the information below, take a look at the information on our website, and find out more about this exciting opportunity. We love you.
You've been following along on CVCA live streams coverage of this tournament. You've seen that video a couple of times, if not more, this week, but we can't play it enough, frankly, because we're so excited about the life of John Rasnick and his influence on Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy and the opportunity to finish Excel Still More now that is before us. The Royals' goal, the community goal is to now complete the final phase of the finishing Excel Still More campaign to accommodate growth and create a more welcoming environment. An environment that will add space to connect the Antel Chapel and the Tim Byerly Gymnasium, or with the Tim Byerly Gymnasium, increasing capacity for visitors and students by 300. And so obviously we're incredibly excited to celebrate and honor our great friend John Rasnick, and while we're pleased to recognize the immense contribution that he had on the CVCA community, certainly we're even more humbled to celebrate the powerful example of what God can do when you passionately follow Him and lead by loving and serving others, as John did so consistently. So obviously to honor him and celebrate what the Lord has done through his life of service, CVCA has chosen to name the new two-story glass atrium and welcome center the John F. Rasnick Center. Construction on such facility will begin in the first quarter of 2022. It's the hope and prayer of the CVCA community and the leadership that the center will serve as a physical reminder that we are all called to live lives of selflessness, action, love, care, and intentionality toward making a gospel impact like John Rasnick did. We can't wait to tell his life story to all who ask, as the building provides tribute to how God can powerfully use redeemed but imperfect people like us to carry the good news forward in our world. Just as John was welcoming and a friend to all, we believe the new space will reflect the same welcoming and loving spirit that was uniquely him. John's impact was profound, and it's fitting that we'll dedicate this space to the man whom many knew and loved. John will be greatly missed, but his influence and loving service will echo for generations in the countless lives that he touched, and that life of his that still inspires now today. We all stand on the shoulders of champions of faith that have gone before us, so we hope we'll all celebrate what the Lord has done as we memorialize John's life, which was committed to following him, and as we celebrate what God will do for his kingdom in this new space at CVCA. Therefore, we appeal to you once again, and we're asking every member of the CVCA community, alumni, parents, grandparents, and friends, to take part in finishing Excel Still More with a generous commitment today. Your partnership will enable CVCA to complete these needed facility upgrades and additions debt-free, and enhance the experience of students, faculty, and visitors today for many decades to come. We've said it many times, there's no place like CVCA anywhere in the world. So, commitments to finishing Excel Still More can be paid over time through the end of 2024. We'd ask that you go to cvcaroyals.org cvca.org/finishing excel still more. Again, that website, cvcaroyals.org/finishing excel still more for more information. We thank you for your prayerful consideration of this unique opportunity. And with that, we remind you that we are at the second intermission of the third place game of the CVCA Christmas Tournament. Score, Royals 5 and the Twinsburg Tigers 1. 1 period to go in this game, and then we ask that you tune in again a little bit later, 7 o'clock, where we'll have the championship game of the CVCA Christmas Tournament ready for you. Normandy, the Invaders, perfect on the season, 10-0 against Whitmer. From Toledo, the Panthers, looking for a championship and an upset of Normandy here in the CVCA Christmas Tournament, their 5th game in 4 days, with a pair of different trips here to Northeast Ohio and an outdoor game on the Fifth Third Field outdoor ice, home of the Toledo Mud Hens, in between on Tuesday night. So a busy week for Whitmer. Normandy, they keep cruising along, even with their backup goaltender, Vinny Incurvaya. The emergency goaltender taking over this week for the first time ever in his career. So he's got a goaltending career that is now 4 days old, with the normal goaltenders, both Waite brothers, Zach Waite, the senior, Sam Waite, the freshman, still quarantined and looking forward to restarting their season hopefully next week after their quarantine is finished. It should be a good one tonight. Logan George, always dangerous, with a hat trick against CVCA the other night, and goals in every game that he plays. Luke DeGero, Tyler Beck, among others for Normandy, and of course Jake Janak, the big scorer for the Whitmer Panthers. We've gotten to know him over the last couple days, as well as Relford and Eric Kenny, and a lot of great stories coming out of this tournament. And we look forward to capping those stories tonight with the championship game of the CVCA Christmas Tournament, available to you, another CVCA live stream production on the CVCA YouTube channel, the CVCA Athletic Boosters YouTube channel, that is. 7 o'clock for the face-off here from the Dan Kostel Rec Center. Elsewhere around the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League this week, yesterday the Cleveland Heights Tigers took home the championship in their own tournament, a tournament that also included NDCL, Lakewood, and Brooklyn. So not a great deal of competition for Cleveland Heights at all in that tournament. And they won the championship in a 9-2 decision over NDCL, a fellow Blue North team. Heights Tigers winning their own championship yesterday. Earlier this week, Parma hosted their holiday tournament, and they played in the third place game. No score available or posted online for that game against Avon Lake that took place on Tuesday. Here we've got 1 period to go, and as we wait for the final 37 seconds to tick off the clock and the teams to return, a reminder that you can follow us on social media, and us, by that we mean the CVCA live stream accounts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You just need to search at CVCA Livestream. And you can always find information on upcoming live stream events produced by the CVCA Livestream crew. That's all the hockey home games this year, football in the fall, and assorted other tweets and comments on the Twitter platform about primarily CVCA athletics. If you're looking for more things to watch CVCA related, at 6 o'clock tonight on the NFHS network, that's in 10 minutes, Chad Darr and team are ready to go. We've got a picture from him over a text, and you can tune in after the conclusion of this game and catch the middle part of the CVCA boys basketball game against Shaw. And the tip-off of that game on the NFHS network will be at 6 o'clock, and we'll see perhaps if we can get an update on a score from that game during the third period of this one. If not, then certainly during the championship game later tonight, we'll let you know how the boys basketball team did against Shaw tonight. Next up for the Royals, a match up with the Parma Redmen Sunday night here at the Kostel Rec Center. Right back into Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue North divisional games. Royals looking to avenge a 4-3 loss against Parma several weeks ago before the Christmas holiday. But still work to do here. The Twinsburg Tigers with a good second period, outscoring the Royals 1-0 in period number 2. That leaves us at 5-1 as we start the third period back underway. For the final 15 minutes of the third place game, the Royals into the offensive zone quickly, and David Siff has it in the near side corner. Stiff being pressured by Cody Preston, wins the puck and circles it down low, or cycles it low to Steigmeyer. It goes back to Siff and passes him. Carter Martin seeks to keep it in, and he does, and dumps it back in deep. Tigers push it up, and Martin dives but can't keep it in, and so Eli Parada will have to chase it back into his own zone, being chased by Bobby Lemieux. Parada has it on his stick, stops, and pivots the other direction, and will try to outlet it, but he's getting pressure, and it finally goes up, and it's either going to be an icing, or actually it will not be. Schroeder decides to play it, and so his defense will have to build out with it. So he gives up an opportunity potentially for an offensive zone faceoff, and the Tigers turn it over in the neutral zone. First line out there, Steigmeyer dumps it in deep, and Luke Parada will chase it into the corner, wins the puck away. He's got help coming. Parada stick handles up to the point. Carter Martin takes a step in, fires right into the belly of Schroeder, who dives on it, and we've got a stoppage at 13:47 to go here in period number 3. Royals 5 and Tigers 1. So the face-off will be to the left of senior Mark Schroeder. Jack Lamline steps in. It's dropped down and dumped behind the boards, or behind the goal rather, by Nick Humphrey. Around it comes and controlled by Twinsburg. Ariana Bernardo, apologies for that mispronunciation, sends it around the boards. Nick Humphrey collects it for the Royals. Humphrey has it on his stick. Nice pass up to Parada. Parada into the offensive zone. Leaves it for Lamline, who fires. It's wide of the net and off the back of the net, where Luke Parada collects it once again. And a whistle blows. And a penalty forthcoming. And the penalty is going to be in CVCA, and it looks like Jack Lamline will go back into the box. He'd gotten 2 periods without getting one, but he goes in 2 minutes for elbowing. And the Tigers will have a power play, and for Lamline, that ties him with Nick Humphrey for the team lead in penalty minutes. That 2-minute penalty will bring him up to 24 penalty minutes on the season. So the Royals penalty kill unit will have to go into action. Tigers win the faceoff, and the first shot from Bobby Lemieux goes wide of the goal, but Karsten Hauk wants nothing to do with that and just covers it up. No rebound opportunity for the Tigers. And so we'll do it again to Karsten Hauk's left. This one is won back by Luke Parada, and the Royals send it up and out of the zone. It's knocked down. And the Tigers try and rebuild. Cross-ice pass from Coleman. Finds Preston. Check that, it's Shirikoff. Up to the point and dumped in close. Hauk sticks it aside. He had Lemieux in his face. Mark Mosher sends it up. Finds Nick Humphrey, and Humphrey sends it down on the clearance with 1 minute and 29 seconds to go on the Jack Lamline penalty. Tigers are building out with it, but Preston fell down, and the Royals clear it all the way on goal by Zach Nichols. Nick Humphrey battles for it behind the boards, working against Max Coleman. Coleman tips it ahead to a teammate. It's kicked up, and Zach Nichols will control. He'll retreat, waste a few seconds until he gets some pressure from Lemieux, and then Nichols sends it down off the boards and ricocheting to the far side wall, where Cody Preston will collect. Preston again will try and build out for the Tigers. Cross-ice pass on the far side. Comes back to Mister. And Mister gained the zone, but not before Bobby Lemieux was a little bit anxious, offsides on the near side for Lemieux, and that'll stop the clock with 11:55 to go here in period number 3. 42 seconds to go on the landline penalty. Royals leading it 5-1. There's a shot. It drifts high and into the netting behind Karsten Hauk.
He's getting pizza.
And a face-off to the left of Hauk. Mister puts it toward the goal. It's put on goal a second time. CVCA trying to build out with it. Jacob Schwartzbeck evades a Twinsburg Tiger with some speed and gets pushed off the puck and knocked down. It's pushed out to Eli Parada, and he's got under pressure at the moment, so Parada is retreating and then sends it down the ice where Cody Preston will collect it for the Tigers. Preston now pressured by Schwartzbeck, so he'll give it up. Intercepted by CVCA's Luke Parada. Shorthanded chance coming up. Parada shoots, and Schroeder with a blocker save to center ice. Petchke finds Parada. Luke back into the offensive zone. Gets an angle and hits the post on that shorthanded chance. Again, kept in by CVCA. Petchke to Parada. Parada into the near side corner. Parada still with it on his stick. 4-on-5. The Royals shorthanded. Sends it toward the goal. It's off the side of the goal. And finally collected by Jackson Smith, who sends it up the ice, but collected by Petchke. Petchke will put it right on goal once again, and Schroeder gets the blockers down to block that one. Back to 5-on-5. The landline penalty completed, and we're back to even strength. Dominic Mister dispossesses CVCA's Eli Parada, but only for a moment. Now Nick Humphrey has it. Humphrey into the offensive zone with some speed. Fires and scores! Nick Humphrey gets the 6th goal of the afternoon for CVCA. 4 minutes and 42 seconds into the third period. Humphrey, the team leader in scoring, gets his 8th goal to go along with 9 assists. His 17th point of the season, and the Royals now lead it 6-1. Back underway, the Royals take the face-off. And Jack Lamline sends it in for CVCA. It's pushed up. No assist. Unassisted on that goal. Sent toward the goal again by Martin. Knocked down in front. And here comes Lemieux. Lemieux across center ice. Dumps it to the right of Hauk and gets it right back and puts it right through the wickets. A goal for Twinsburg to get one right back. The Tigers get their second of the afternoon. 5 minutes and 7 seconds into this third period. And we take a look at the replay here. First shot saved, and it came back. Looked like Bobby Lemieux might have actually got that one for the Tigers. 6-2, CVCA lead, trimmed back to 4. Stingy with the assist, another unassisted goal there. And again, Lemieux looked like he got it for the Tigers. So the Royals will try and build out once again. Matthew Porter gets a shift and fires on goal. And a glove save, a tenuous one, but a glove save by Schroeder. And the whistle stops play with 9:26 to go. Royals 6, Tigers 2. Caden Ballard takes the draw for CVCA, and he pushes it in deep where David Sif collects it. Sif evades one of the Tigers and leaves it back for Ballard. It's poked away from him, up the boards, and Carter Martin sends it back to Ballard. Ballard fires. It's knocked deep. Ballard centers it once again. Another nice save by Schroeder. Tigers building out with it. It's Riley Spat. Spat pushes it forward, but she loses the puck, and the Royals take possession. They push it up ice looking for Steigmeyer, miss him, and it's sent back in, delayed offside off the stick of Cody Preston. So the Royals have it. Zach Nichols outlets and misses, connects. Looks like he was looking for Cord Steigmeyer, and it's an icing. So both teams change up. 8:46 to go here in this one this afternoon. Hope you're enjoying Game 7, the third place game in the CVCA Christmas tournament between CVCA and the Twinsburg Tigers. Face off to the right of goaltender Hauk. It's shot but knocked down in front, and the Royals clear the zone. Parada. Check that, it looks like it was outward. To Schwartzbeck, he dumps it in deep. Morgan Joy chases. Dispossessed by Johnston. Far side, outward skates past it, and the Tigers outlet up the ice. They wave off the icing. Still collecting it is Josh Petchke for CVCA. Off the boards and kept in by Max Coleman, who dumps it back in. The Royals clear it once again, and this time it's in the stick of Sean Shirikoff, who dumps it into the near side boards. Mark Mosher for CVCA collects the puck. Heads up. Still has it. Mosher sends a shot high, gloved off the boards into the near side boards. Centering opportunity for outward. He can't get through, but he battles for it once again. Off the stick of Schwartzbeck, and he'll chase it to the near side. Schwartzbeck now circles and surveys. Stops. Poked away from him by number 30, Aiden Johnston. Up to the point. Petchke sends it back in deep, where Max Coleman has it. Coleman off the boards. Gets into the slot. A chance for Schwartzbeck, and he's leveled, and Schroeder, dives on that puck before Jared Outward could do anything with it. Midway through period number 3, 1 goal apiece for each team this period. 6-2 the score, 7:31 to go in the hockey game. Landline to take the draw for CVCA. He wins it back to the point. Eli Parada has it, pushes it down to his brother. Centering pass, Landline takes a shot. It's kicked aside and sent out to center ice, where Eli Parada is on it. Eli waits, looks, finds the open man. It's his brother who sends it up to Landline. Landline back to Luke Parada. Luke stick handles and shoots. It's pushed aside by Schroeder. Pushed up to Zach Nichols. He sends a puck at the ricochets to to Parada. Luke has it. Luke on the far side boards. Wins the battle. Sends it. Shot to Landline. A huge, maybe the best save of the day by Mark Schroeder, who slid from one side to the other and stopped an open net goal opportunity for Jack Landline. A great job by the senior goaltender. CVCA still pressuring, and hauled down is Nick Humphrey. No call. Into the corner it goes, and Cody Preston tries to get it up. It's still kept in by Eli. More pressure from the Royals. Far side. Luke Parada loses it, but gains it back. Keeps it into the zone. Luke taps it off the boards to himself. Luke looking. Still looking. Puts a shot on goal. It's kicked aside by Schroeder. Behind the net. Luke Parada still battling. Cody Preston trying to win it away. Humphrey now chases after it. Lifts the stick of Smith. Humphrey wins the puck. Trying to get away from Mister, I think it was. Still with it. Centers. Zach Nichols tried to get a stick on it. Couldn't get a good piece of wood on it. It's sent up and finally out of the zone. A great amount of pressure for CVCA. But Eli Parada has it still for the Royals. He's hauled down at center ice. No call. Jack Landline brings it into the offensive zone. Into the circle. Shoots wide of the goal. Near side. On it is Zach Nichols. He sends a shot. It's kicked aside by one of the Tigers. Nichols goes back in. Misses it, and it's sent down the ice. And this one will be a much-needed icing for the Tigers, who try and get off the ice and get a change with 5:40 to go. Huge pressure for CVCA, but they could not convert on multiple opportunities. So a stoppage at 5:40. Royals 6, Tigers 2. Ballard wins it back into the slot. Shot by Matthew Porter goes wide. Ballard chases after it behind the net. Battles a pair of Tigers. Out with it comes Lemieux. Ballard tries to poke it away. Lemieux sends it up the ice. And this one will be an icing call again against the Tigers with 5:26 to go. Face off. Won back by the Tigers, but intercepted by Ballard. Ballard dumps it around the boards. Matthew Porter goes to chase it and collect it. Sends it up, intercepted by Twinsburg. And finally the Tigers are able to work out with it, but it's intercepted by Ballard, who pushes it back. And the Royals send it up to Ballard. He tips it into the zone, and he'll give chase. Also battling him and chasing with him is Johnston. Nice hit there on Ballard, but Ballard gets up and collects it, gets it behind the net. Looks like he was looking for Porter, and the Tigers have it, and they come out with it. Coleman with some speed into the offensive zone. Skates to his right, falls down. Might have had some help, but no call. In the corner, Mark Mosher digs it out and sends it far side behind the boards. The puck stops, and both teams chase, and the Royals dig it out. Off the board, it's angled, but it just drops, and the Royals have it. Mosher into the offensive zone. Gets a shot and scores. Mark Mosher. Karsten Houck comes out and celebrates and says, way to go, Mark. And so do his teammates for Mosher. Another goal for the junior. That goal at 10 minutes and 41 seconds of the third period for Mark Mosher. And the 7th goal of the day for CVCA. Back underway. Behind the Royals goal, around the boards it goes. David Siff collects it for the Royals. Siff pushes it up, looking for Steigmeier. He's looking for a hat trick, but he gets not level, but he gets bumped into. A shot on goal from Caden Ballard. And Schroeder jumps on it for another stoppage. Shots on goal now. That was the 50th shot of the day that Mark Schroeder has seen. And again, the goaltender, the senior from Twinsburg, putting in a great performance. One back to Eli Parada. He sweeps it forward to Siff. Siff skates in, stick handles into the corner, and tries to push it around the boards, but has it taken away by the Tigers. But the Royals intercept. Steigmeier looking for that third. Steigmeier there, sharp angle shot pushed away again, and more saves for Schroeder. The Royals clear the zone, and it's sent down. They find Spat. Spat into the offensive zone, puts a shot on Karsten Houck, and Houck makes a rare save. For him, his 14th save of the day, the 16th shot on goal for the Twinsburg Tigers. We said it a moment ago, the shot total is now at 52-16 in favor of CVCA. And regardless of the outcome today, in this 3-day or 4-day tournament, Mark Schroeder has acquitted himself as best as he can, as the Royals come with more pressure once again, and that one goes wide over the left shoulder of Schroeder. Around the boards and unable to keep it in is Josh Petchke, swept aside out of harm's way by Karsten Houck as he had Bobby Lemieux coming. The Royals and Tigers try to battle it for it, and the Royals come out with it with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the contest. CVCA 7, Twinsburg 2. Schwartzbeck evades one of the Tigers, and now they turn it over. With it is Shirikoff. Shot is kicked aside by Houck. A save into the near side boards. Lemieux there with Schwartzbeck. Schwartzbeck gets it and gets it out, but only for a moment as it's dumped back in where Eli Parada has it and sends it up off the boards. It's angled. They wave off icing, and it's collected. I think that's Max Coleman. It is Max Coleman. He pirouettes and goes the other direction. Angles it up off the boards where Parada pushes it back in. The Royals have to get onside, and they don't, as Morgan Joy didn't realize she still had a teammate trying to clear the zone, and so the whistle blows. There's 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the contest. Royals started fast with 5 early first period goals, and they've made that stand up since then. 7-2 is where we sit. That face-off right on line on Schroeder, and Schroeder misplays it, and lucky he didn't give up an 8th goal there. Zach Nichols fires it. It's knocked down in front. Lamline looking for another, and Schroeder instead has it in his glove for another save for the senior goaltender. And he'll have a conversation with his defenders and say, hey guys, help me out here. 53 shots on goal unofficially for the Royals. Just 7 of them have gotten by Schroeder. They drop the puck down. David Krieger's in there, and it's dumped out. Mark Mosher collects it. He scored the last goal for the Royals, and he pushes it in where the Tigers are on it. It's chipped up and out. Spat tries to push it forward, can't find a connection, and it comes to Krieger. Krieger pushes it up, finds Steigmeyer. Minute 27 to go. Cord with 2 goals. Can he get a third? Shot saved again by Schroeder. .54 shots on goal by CVCA. And that means 47 saves, 3 away from a 50 save performance for Schroeder, which frankly is pretty unbelievable. Royals have it, minute 15 to go. Steigmeyer skates along the far side boards, sends it up to the point. Mosher has it, he fires it, and it's another save, and this one is in the back of the net and falling down after the goal by CVCA. Is the Royals' Matthew Porter. So put Matthew Porter in the scorebook with the 8th goal today by CVCA. And the Royals, check that, it was Cord Steigmeyer for the hat trick. Matthew Porter was there. But Cord Steigmeyer does get his hat trick. Mosher on the assist. So Schroeder stopped that first shot, but Cord Steigmeyer on the doorstep, ready to put it in. And with the 6-goal lead, finally the clock runs. And we'll have a running clock for the final 42 seconds of this one. Behind the net, David Krieger is knocked down. 30 seconds to go. Parada. Eli sends one in. It's knocked down in front. Parada wins it. Matthew Porter has it. It's kept in by Parada and dumped in deep once again with 20 seconds to go. This one is not held in by Eli Parada. 15 seconds left. Over to Zach Nichols. Nichols sends it in, and it's collected by Coleman. He sends it around the board with 8 seconds left, near side. Pushed forward by CVCA. A long shot is knocked down by Nichols, and the clock runs out. The whistle and horn blows, and we've gone final. CVCA with a victory in the 3rd place game by a final score of 8-2. Cord Steigmeyer with a hat trick, but a hat tip to Mark Schroeder, the goaltender from Twinsburg, with a 48 save performance today. And certainly when we tell the story of the CVCA Christmas tournament, that story is not complete without a reference to the senior goaltender from Twinsburg who held his own this week under constant fire and siege. A job well done by Schroeder. But the Royals get a victory today. Their 6th victory of the season. The first victory of the year for Karsten Hauk in goal. And Hauk gets a congratulatory fist bump by number 10, Cody Preston. A fine display of sportsmanship there from Twinsburg's senior forward. Good contest, a good afternoon, 3rd place game matinee for both CVCA and Twinsburg. And before we log off and get a quick bite to eat before the championship game, I want to go over the scoring again today for you before we wrap up. Luke Parada got CVCA on the board early. First goal at minute 23 of the first period. And then shortly thereafter, the second goal of the game was scored by Schwartzbeck for CVCA. And here we are. Hello, everyone. Schwartzbeck scoring at 2:45 of the first to make it 2-0 Royals. At the 7-minute mark, 7:01, the first of the day by Cord Steigmeyer. And he teamed up with Caden Ballard on the assist. They did the same thing a couple of minutes later. Steigmeyer, his second of the day at 10:34 of the first period. Ballard again on the assist. And then the Royals got a 5th goal to wrap up that first period. And they led 5-0 after 1. The only goal of the second period was scored by Twinsburg's Dominic Mister on a breakaway, where he beat the Royals goaltender Karsten Hauk. In the third period, the Royals got a goal quickly by Nick Humphrey to make it 6-1. Twinsburg answered with a goal from Bobby Lemieux off a rebound, making it 6-2. And then Mark Mosher got the 7th goal today for CVCA. And then with a minute and 3 seconds to go in the contest, Cord Steigmeyer wrapped up the hat trick for CVCA.